Hi, this is Ellie, and this is my channel. I'm a mom, a very busy mom, and so I thought today I'd show you what I do as an everyday makeup routine. It's very basic, so it'll be good for anyone that has little time, even if you're not a mom, if you're a university student or any student for that matter, and you just have a little bit of time to get ready. Here is what I do. So first of all, I always use moisturizer. I've already moisturized my face. I use the CeraVe moisturizer. I really like it because it moisturizes really well, but it doesn't have any scent. It's really hard for me to use moisturizers with any sort of scent. I just don't like it, and a lot of times my skin will react. It'll just turn even more red than what it is naturally. So I tend to lean towards the unscented moisturizers. Now, CeraVe is excellent, except it does not have the SPF, any SPF in it, and especially in the summers, I'd really like a moisturizer that can protect my face. I have a lot of sun damage because of growing up and not using SPF on my face, so that would be the one fallback. But other than that, I really like that moisturizer. I'll leave it in the down in the description box. And from there, a lot of times I won't even use foundation. I'll just do concealer under my eyes and in the center of my face. But I do have pretty bad skin, I think. So I do use a foundation more often than I really would like to. I wish I was more confident without it. So the foundation I'm using is the Rimmel Stay Matte. It's a liquid mousse foundation. So I just use my fingers on an everyday basis. It's just a lot quicker to me than using a brush or a beauty blender. And the coverage with my fingers is fine. So that's what I use. So I'll just have a lot on there. As you can see, it covers really well. And I always put foundation right over my eyelids as well, as kind of like as the base instead of using an eyeshadow base. I've never used an eyeshadow base. So that's what I do. And then I always blend down to my neck a little bit. Now it does look like this foundation is a little bit too light for my skin right now. It is summer, so my skin's a little bit darker than it normally is, but we'll make it work. Whew, I look crazy with the foundation on my lips. Alright, so that's pretty good coverage. At least it's good enough for me for every day. Okay. So then next, I will use a concealer. Whoa, what's happening there? So next I'll use a concealer. I love the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade, let me see, light, 10, number 10 light. And this has really good coverage as well. And this is a little bit, I don't know, I would say a little bit too dark because I'm so fair usually. But it's such good coverage and it gets the job done. It doesn't lighten, I wouldn't say it brightens as much as it covers my dark circles. And so just so that I can have an more even look, I'll highlight the center of my face, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and I have a lot of smile lines, so I tend to do a little bit up in here as well. Oh, I don't have my beauty blender on me. I always use a beauty blender, but because I don't have it, I'll just use my fingers. Just blend that out. In the center of my nose. Just kind of using the similar motions as you would with a beauty blender. You just want to make sure that you blend it all the way to the edge of your face. You just don't want any harsh lines at all. I still haven't been able to find a way to really make my makeup last like on my creases right here. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'd be so grateful. I've tried it all. I mean, everything I can think of and anything I've seen other people suggest, so I don't know. And then next, I will set my under eyes. On an everyday basis, I just set my under eye with the same powder I use on the rest of my face, and I use the Rimmel Match Perfection. I'll show you. Rimmel Match Perfection, and it's just a silky loose face powder. And I'm going to use the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation Brush. I love this. With the tapered, the way it's tapered, it's so nice for under the eyes. So I'll just take a little tap off the excess and just go under my eyes first. And I always feel on my eyelids. Just a habit, I guess. And then I just do everywhere where I did the concealer, I do with this. And then I'll go in with my Stila, or no, it's not Stila, Still Spa Essentials. I think I got it in my Ipsy bag. Just a big fluffy brush, and it's really nice just for powder for the face. So I'll just do a little bit of powder and just do the rest of my face. For me, I have really oily skin, so I kind of have to do this step so I don't look like a grease ball within a few hours. So if you don't have oily skin, then you probably don't need to do this, but I do, unfortunately. And once that's done, I just do some bronzer. I'll just do bronzer just to bronze up my face a little bit. It's no contouring or anything fancy like that. I love this Too Faced. It's so nice. I like the way it looks. I like the shade, and just the smell of chocolate just makes it even better. This is the medium deep matte bronzer. So I just take a little bit, and I usually take a bigger, fluffier brush for this, but right now I'm using the Firma 103. Pretty sure I got this in my Ipsy bag as well. So I just go just like this, and a lot of times I won't even use, most of the time I won't even use blush on an everyday. And because of my giant forehead, I will do a little bronzer around the edges of my face. And then the one thing this is the one thing I will never leave the house, well, I shouldn't say never, but hardly ever leave the house without, and that is my eyebrows. As you can see, like, non-existent, like so sparse and very light as well. So that's the one thing I feel so naked without is my brow powder. And I've tried a couple different powders, but I always come back to this one. It's the, well, that doesn't help it at all because it's all rubbed off. It's from Merle Norman, and it's just their eyeshadow powder that they make. And I can't see what shade it is or anything like that, sorry. If I can figure it out, I'll leave it down in the description box. And then the brush is from there as well. And on an everyday basis, I do very little. I just do a quick fill in. I start at the ends. I need to clip up my hair. Why did I not do this before? It's better than nothing, I guess. So I start at the ends, and then I draw a line at the bottom. And then I go not quite from the end, just about from here. I'll go at the top and then fill it in. And then I leave the ends till the last. And what I do is I just kind of fluff it up. I kind of just brush it up like this. So it's a more feather-like at the ends. So I'm no expert at brows at all, but that's how I do it. That's the edge, bottom, top, and then up. And then I brush it through. And then the very last thing, that's pretty much all I do. The very last thing I will do is just some mascara. The one I'm using is from Lancome. I got this mini little one in my Ipsy bag. I love it. That's my favorite thing about Ipsy bag. I always review it and say that I love mascara, so I get a mascara almost every single month. I love it. And I'll just do, depending on how much time I have, I'll put more effort in to doing my mascara, but usually I'll just do about 10 to 20 swipes. And I wouldn't say my lashes are too straight. They're pretty short right now because I had eyelash extensions a couple months back, probably more like 6 months back, and they really irritated my eyes, so I would rub them and try to like rip them out. I know, don't ever do that. Never ever do that. And so I think I wrecked my eyelashes pretty bad. I used to have eyelashes that were pretty long, but now they're short, but we're working on it. Oops. Got some mascara on my eyelid, which happens almost every time because I'm in such a hurry. And on an everyday basis, I won't even put mascara on my lower lashes. It's just usually my baby is crying by this time and she wants to be picked up and fed and stuff, so usually I don't even. So I mean, you can always do more or less the way you feel necessary, but if I have a bit more time, then I'll use the bronzer, just a little bit of bronzer in my crease on my eyelid. I will do that, and I will use blush as well if I have a bit more time. That's pretty much as fancy as my makeup will get during the week. If I have an event or if I go to church or something like that, I will do more, and maybe I'll do a makeup tutorial some other time on that if you guys would like to see that. I said the last thing I use is mascara, but actually I always put lip chap on. I do lip gloss sometimes, but I mean, I just find it, I'm kissing my baby so much and I hold her up to my face and cuddle her, so lip gloss gets everywhere, or lipstick for that matter. So I'll just do a lip chap. It's just to moisturize my lips because they do get pretty dry. And if I'm feeling really fancy, then I will put lip gloss on, but that's not usually the case. So that's it. My baby's crying and is waiting for me, so I will have to let you go. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you later. Bye.